Hey there, boys and girls. Yes, I know it's been a while. But thanks to Tati T, we have the uber rarest of all the Schumanns, the F-Loop, or Floop, however you want to call it. Don't matter. It's free world. I call it the Floop. So the F can stand for feedback, because basically this is what this is. It's a feedback looper, or it's got a filter section in it as well. So controls. Well, first of all, we got signal in, signal out, and you can put whatever effect you want in the loop. We're using a Last Gasp Arts Laboratories Misty Cave, so we're going to be really spooky and ethereal here. And controls, you have a phase switch, which will change the phase of the filter. You have attack and decay, so if you turn the attack counterclockwise, 0 is your fastest attack, it'll jump on the signal right away, and all the way clockwise is the slowest attack, and decay is all the way clockwise or counterclockwise at minimum is the fastest decay, and as you dial it up to maximum, the decay is slower and slower. Signal input, filter, signal output. These two switches are basically on-off switches. For some reason, and I noticed on a lot of other Schumann stuff too, that he always had a tendency to put on as down, toggled down, which is kind of counterintuitive, but it's a Schumann thing. If this basically turns the filter on or off, on, off, on. This is the rapid control here. The rapid switch is basically LFO, on, or no, off. That's off. That's on. Yeah, it turns the LFO on or off. And when the LFO is running, you have a speed control for the LFO, and you have a momentary foot switch here. Yeah, there you go. Which you don't have to step on it all the time, which is kind of cool, because depending on how you set your signal levels and your attack and decay, you can just step on it one time, and it'll just step on it momentarily, and it'll do all kinds of wild and crazy things with your signal. So that's with the LFO on. If we turn it off, it does the same thing, but just without the oscillation. The oscillation that you do hear is actually coming from the Misty Cave. We can change the oscillation rate. And there we'll just put up the output a little bit. And so you can hear how it swells and then decays, and that's all due to the attack and decay. Right now I have it on a really slow attack, I have it maxed out, and the decay, I have a really slow decay, and that's why I'm able to just like one-shot it. And it'll just take hold of the signal, swell it, do what it wants with it, and then let it go. And you can set the filter to whatever resonance you want, and the phase changes the resonance of the filter. You do have to tweak the input a little bit there when you're playing with the phase there. It does change the sensitivity a little bit. So that's basically it. I mean, it's not a really super complex effect, but it can produce some really super complex overtones. It's one of those mystifying things that you can sit down and just play with it for hours and never, no matter where you put the knobs, you'll never get the same sound twice. This, again, courtesy of Tati T. We love you. No joke. Thank you for sending us this. This is actually Floop #1. I shit you not. It's scratched onto the back, as Schumann always marked all his effects. It's serial #1. The only different ones I've seen is another one that Tati sent me a picture of. It's the same unit, but it's just in a bigger box. I think, basically John Schumann used whatever he had on hand. Digging around inside, I noticed that even the momentary switch was repurposed because half the lugs had the wires cut off of them, so it was used in something else, and he put it, he used it here. There's only one other custom job that I saw on eBay a few years ago that was built into a Morley wah, and from what I gather watching, there's a little video of it on the internet. I think what happened is that he used either the swell control incorporated into the treadle, or maybe the filter. I'm gonna have to watch that video again, but either ones are viable candidates for external expression control. It's kind of touchy. Maybe if you used a Morley with the treadle that turns on when you move it, then you would be able to control that instantaneously just by moving the treadle and then engaging the pedal, or the effect, I should say. But anywho, there you go, Schumann F-Loop. Really, really cool. Thanks again to Tati T. I'm going to say it again. We love you. Thank you very much.